to get better educated about plea agreements and plea bargaining. The fifth thing that we're going to get into is whether a guilty plea counts as a criminal conviction against you. My name's Zachary Divelbiss. I'm a criminal defense lawyer here in the Phoenix area. I have been found guilty of many criminal offenses. I'm proud to say that I've changed my life around. I've gotten over the 5-minute mistakes. I haven't broken any more laws that I didn't know were crimes. But guess what? These convictions still follow me to this day. And they can follow you too. At this point, it is very important for you to understand that a guilty plea does count as a criminal conviction against you. A guilty plea entered as part of a plea agreement counts as a conviction, and you will be subject to all the collateral consequences that accompany a criminal conviction. Depending on your situation and your plea agreement and the charge you pled guilty to, these are some of the things that might affect you and your life and your future. These are the things that you need to discuss with your criminal defense lawyer. Things that are most common are immigration consequences. Whether you are here constitutionally, legally, with legal status, whether it's permanent or temporary, if you accept a guilty plea deal, it will have immigration consequences. It may start immigration proceedings that may lead to you being deported. Other consequences could be employment related. If you go up for a job promotion or you go to look for a new job, this will come up in your background check. Criminal convictions do not fall off your background. The only way for that to happen is if your case is completely expunged, which is a very rare thing right now for criminal convictions in Arizona. Hopefully soon, we'll be talking about something different and expunging your criminal convictions. But right now, your employers and new potential employers can find those convictions. And they don't have to hire you if you have any criminal convictions. The loss of your professional license is a major factor when looking at plea deals. Some plea deals don't specify the fact that you are going to lose your license. My license as a criminal defense lawyer could be lost if I were convicted of a crime. If you're a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, a medical professional, anyone who has any professional license, accountants, behavioral health technicians, speech therapists, you are at potential to lose your license if you're convicted of a crime. For most felony convictions, you will lose your right to vote. Arizona's changed around some of their laws, so it's typically the second felony that you commit is what causes you to lose your voting rights. So very important that you work with your lawyer to discuss that. If you're convicted of a misdemeanor offense, this is the low-level offense, you will not lose your voting privileges. Driving privileges are paramount for what we deal with every single day for our clients who got caught driving under the influence, reckless driving, without a license, leaving the scene of an accident. So it's important that we negotiate a way to protect your license. So that way you can drive, continue to get to work, take your kids to school, pick up your in-laws from the airport. If you can't drive, that will have huge consequences on your life and your future. The final thing that we say to think about, because it applies to so many people here in Arizona, is your constitutional right to possess a firearm. Many people automatically lose their firearm rights because of a felony conviction, permanently. If charges are brought up against you at the felony level, you also lose your right to possess any firearms. This means anywhere you have access to, you cannot be there. Your spouse, your significant others, your family members, if you live in the same house, their firearms can't be there. This is also very important at the misdemeanor level for domestic violence related charges. You could be charged with disorderly conduct, trespassing, assault. And if that charge includes domestic violence in any way, then you are also not allowed to possess firearms. And that could potentially last as long as you're on probation if you're convicted of that offense. It's very important to work with your criminal defense lawyer and expose those things about your interests in your personal life so that way we can protect it. If your criminal defense attorney is not having a conversation with you about this, then you need to change them. If you don't have a criminal defense lawyer yet, and you didn't think you needed to, and one of these things came to mind as something that will impact you in your future, then please reach out to us as soon as possible. We want to represent you. We want to protect good people and keep good people out of jail.